can check over here real quick.
I literally have it in front of me. That's the whole reason for me having this laptop.
Shh, that's the whole reason?
The whole
There's
reason.
No other reason?
No.
Anyway. I got a hand. Here's something. There it is. Hi, Internet. Here's my hand. It's near my face.
Who are you?
I'm Dustin.
I'm annoyed.
You're the Noid?
I'm annoyed, not the annoyed.
Okay. What else are you? Who else are you?
I might be Lorraine.
Okay.
Mayhaps.
And we're here, ignoring iTunes updates. We're here to work on some video games a little bit. I messed with some stuff over here for the stream, so let me know if anything's broken, but I think it's working. We're going to start with, and it's been a pretty busy week, all told, so I think we are going to leave off with what we were messing with last time.
Bang, bang.
Things that we are going to try to address include things on this list.
Wow.
Key hole disappear, non-key levels. This stuff we'll check out in a second. HUD disappear, non-key levels. Make sure the HUD fills correctly within key levels. I think that's one of the things we're going to check out first. Make sure the key pieces work. Make sure they can open the lock once collected. Change the key level intro text. Add the key pieces to the map. All right.
I feel like that last one might be the hardest of them.
So we're gonna divide these into, that'll kind of be like, we're gonna push that off for a hot second. And because I didn't bother to check, let's see. We're gonna move these both off of here too, because I think it's still set up. And again, I'll have to find, when we come to it, I'll have to find the section of code that does this.
I thought we did kind of find it at the end of that one.
To make sure it's key level not. So right now, we're going to assume that it's going to spit out all or most of the key type levels, which is what we were working on last time.
That's a fact.
So we want to make sure the HUD fills in as you pick up the pieces, and then make sure they open the lock once you've collected them all, and then probably change that intro text. So let's start with those three things and then work backwards from there.
Fantastic.
I guess to start, let's just load up the game, and I don't remember if we tried this or not, but we're about to find out.
Try what or what?
Let's look at our scene here.
What a beautiful scene.
So there's a key right there, so even just like straight up.
You know, if you just
I should maximize it probably.
Oh. So if you wanted both of them are on the same spot, like if you want to move and have the scene open, you just need to put them side by side.
Yeah, that's fine. This will work.
Yeah, okay.
Leave me alone, you buttholes.
They're not buttholes. They're goops.
Okay. So we can't pick those up right now.
Yeah, I thought we...
And the HUD is already filled in. I think we did confirm that last week, but
yeah.
I was doubly confirming it for myself right now. So we need to grab these on touch. We need the HUD to fill in gradually over there, because right now it's basically already filled in completely. And then we need to make that state allow you to finish the level once they've all been collected.
Stream broke? That's all I heard. Brian is not being helpful. He just says stream broke. Seems to be working over here.
I don't know, man. It seems like some bullshit to me. It looks fine.
How high are you?
Check it on my phone, too. What the hell?
You know what? Fuck it. Let's... Yes? You called me.
Doing it live.
No. I've never received a call via Facebook that was genuine. It didn't, but sure. No.
This is amazing.
No, it's literally going right now. I'm watching myself talking to you on the phone on Twitch. I have Twitch open. It's here. I can see myself on the phone.
I can see the stream on the computer that I'm working on and on my phone, which is a separate internet connection, so it's definitely not us. Anyway.
Delightful.
Back to the task at hand.
Goodbye, Brian.
Thanks for the check-in, Brian. Always appreciated. I don't know why I'm clicking on these icons right now. Anyway, I'm going to close this Twitch window on this computer. All right, Lorraine.
Yes.
Well, there's something there, but we'll mess with that in a second. What do you think is, again, as the person with more of the background on the way this game functions currently, what do you think the deal is with not being able to pick up the keys? Where, if you, deep in the recesses of your mind, can you recall where that check might occur?
I would check Marta's collider. So that'd be the player. Player controller is actually the name of the script I believe you want.
Okay, I'll drag this over in a second probably.
Okay, here we go. I might be able to pull up scripts now. Maybe. I don't know how well.
I'm going to go ahead and drag this file over here, I guess, but oh, come on. But nothing in here indicates to me. It might be, maybe there's something on the key pieces themselves, because there's a lot of like the on collision stuff is. That's for like damaging. That's for if the force field's up. Turrets. Respawn. There's for moving around. Picking up health. Taking damage. Boss damage. Move speed, costumes. Nothing in there looks like what we're looking for. Let's check out one of those key pieces. I don't remember if these are like separate or. Okay. There's a bunch of other icons. There we go. Alright, what's up with you, key teeth? That's a test key script, which might do something. I'll check that out in a second.
I wonder where that lives.
And it's just the sparkle effect. So that's not anything. So, there's no other script attached to this. Let's check it out, I guess. Oh, come on, did you open? Be reasonable video game.
Oh, yeah. I mean, say, yeah, it's a test key script. Void on collision if gameObject.tag equals player. Destroy key map icon, because it already has it, like that's just dragged in, so we need to find another way. It finds the piece it corresponds to in the HUD and destroys itself. So this is all you need.
And I'm guessing, just for argument's sake, because I think that's the error that it threw.
Probably.
So this
well,
should
yeah, it
just
says.
This controller back.
Lies.
So we got really lucky last time.
And down to the left. Or right and up. So I know this is just funny, but because I have like, there you go.
So it's just that it can't find that other.
Yeah, well, because they're literally,
Which makes sense,
they're
'cause we
hard coded.
didn't- right,
they
we
were
didn't
dragged
wire it
in.
up.
That's why I said you had to find them. This is just me looking. I'm on Assembla because it just is. It's the SVN or whatever that we use to like store our code or what have you. And there's just a blame button, which I find hysterical. Edit, blame, and history is funny. So you could just make like how you enjoy making your little like fake start functions.
So those are the public game objects.
Or just have like give them public functions that assign those, and then just link in otherwise. God forbid you don't want to heckin' find.
Again, it makes more sense to, if you're going to do that kind of stuff.
I know.
It makes more sense to make like a separate object that is, I mean, you like making those other objects that are like just a fixed point in space or whatever. It makes more sense to either make something like that, and it's just a thing that lives in every scene that kind of manages a lot of that stuff on a higher level if need be, or you can tie it to a thing that's going to be in every scene. Like Marta, for example, who presumably is going to exist in a scene if people are playing the game.
That's a lie. You don't know that.
But anyway, so as far as this stuff goes, where do we want to put these references now for these things? Because they're not going to be... So if we tie them to Marta, we can reference them right from here. Like in the same way we're checking the tag. Once it's confirmed to be the player, we can just do other.gameObject and then either make functions that'll spit those out, or even just make them public on there if we want, so we can yank them right out of there from here.
What?
All right, so if we just do the same thing we're doing here, and in fact, we don't even need the objects themselves. This is just to get the script or whatever specifically, right?
No. What do you mean?
All right, now let me go back to the Marta script for a second. Is that one open here? Player controller. This is basically the top level Marta script for all intents and purposes.
Like the kind of only Marta script. There are some facets that have other functionality, but that is like her main controller, which is why it's
just
player controller.
as an example.
Why would you put that? Putting that information in her script doesn't make any fucking sense.
But it's a place where it can be found by stuff like this, where it needs to be.
But she doesn't need it on every level.
Just hear me out.
No.
It'll minimize the amount we have to change this script at least. I'm not going to say we're going to do this for sure.
Well, this script is so small, why not change it more drastically than the one that's complex and garbage? You also do need to have the game, like they need game objects for destroys. Just that's the only thing that can be destroyed, just so you know. That destroy function, it has to be a game object.
Sure. That's fine.
And then that, the key HUD icon is the one that is controlling what shows up. That's the thing. That's obviously the one on the HUD.
All right. Well, let me close out some of this other stuff.
So you should bring that up if you wanted to look at what that does, because they're specifically assigned to the unique pieces, so they just need to know how to find them, essentially.
Back to the game over here for a second. What is this attached to? Just out of curiosity. Or is this a thing
you made that. I don't know.
I made because it's.
I have no idea what that is. It's probably level selector. Just check the level selector. Looks like a no. So you might have had it inherited from something. I don't know where that thing lives. It is all you.
It does look like the name of the thing.
So you're in it right now.
Fucking damn it. Typed it wrong.
Level grade, level lake, or level.
I want to see if it's referenced to anyone else, though. Nope. Not that one at all. RNG map controller creator. That appears to be. Singleton thing.
I don't know where it lives.
Oh, that's audio stuff. Is that a load screen? Okay. I'm gonna have to find out what this is actually attached to. I'm gonna drag this over here for the moment anyway. I'm a little surprised. I'm guessing this is mostly my code plus some things I took from some of the stuff you were doing. So this is basically.
I don't.
This is basically a reference holding object. So it contains.
And if you don't know where it lives.
This is for, I believe, the tile map itself, like the level tile map. These two are different layers of the HUD tile map, which we'll come back to in a second. We'll come back to it at some point, not necessarily in a second. These are references for the entrance and exit of the level. This is Marta's transform, just so we have a way of keeping track of her for various purposes. Sure, if you have one, I'm not 100% what that refers to right now off the top of my head, but we'll figure it out. And this is our RNG prefab. So basically this starts up and checks if, because this is a don't destroy and load things, this checks if one of these already exists. And then basically makes one if it's not present. But what we really want probably is here. This set reference variable function. I'm guessing we can maybe expand this or create something similar to it. Let's go ahead and see what's up with that. Oh, open over here. That's fine. Of course.
I'm just like digging through. There it is. Trying to find the answer to your question. It's not that. Because you've got a whole folder for RNG stuff. And I'm not sure if, I don't think that script is or map controller. Map controller is in here, but I'm not sure what it connects to.
Let's go back over to.
And obviously I can't open up like prefabs and game objects off of assembler. Just scripts.
We basically need to keep track of the HUD, and this is the map thing.
Yes.
Which is like that kind of remains to be seen. What exactly we're going to do with this. So we'll go one at a time. In fact, for right now, comment that out, say back to the map icon.
I would also just do that with the game object so you don't have to think about it up there. There's something on my glasses and it's very annoying.
Okay. HUD key icons. Is that a script, I'm assuming? Or is that like
Yes.
Okay, let's open that up.
Probably player scripts, pickups, lock and key, HUD key icons. Basically has a parent controller, which is the root, the main object. And start, it's just enabled false. Parent controllers, transform. So it gets its parent to, like it gets access to the script from its parent. And then just has a public function that is collected and it turns the enabled to true. So I wonder if that script just isn't attached or just isn't working, or it probably not isn't working right. Because, I don't know. Because each piece has one on it.
Go ahead and close a lot of this shit for
You do have a lot of things open.
Just to simplify our flow over here.
You should bring up the camera, because each piece needs to have one of those on it, because they act independently. If that makes sense. You were just fucking around with. Yeah, it wasn't. It's not important. Choose the player controller open over there. Nope, you didn't grab it. There you go. Nope. Yay!
Alright, so now I'm clicking. Are you serious? Alright, now I'm clicking stuff open. It should open it here.
Lies.
Still might drag some of these back and forth, but so that's fine. I had a thought, and now it's gone.
Cool. HUD key icons.
It's over here. So what has parent controller collected a piece?
If you look and say the script name was right there.
So these don't necessarily tie to the pieces you actually collect? Is that the idea? Or what? Like
They do. All three, if you too busy futzing around with screens, each of those pieces has that script on it. And they're connected to the game object that is holding them, which is what turns them on and off.
But how do they know which one is which?
That's what the pieces that's what the pieces do.
Are you saying they're just like pointed to different object references or what?
They're public. They're dragged on. That's why we need to fix it.
But you're saying, so these...
that one knows it's connected to the teeth part on the...
Just it's physically referencing the teeth object, HUD object?
Literally open the script again. Just open the script.
I'm going to see. Hold on. Let me do one thing over here.
If you look at the test key script,
1 second.
You will see. This isn't rocket science. As I have said multiple times, these objects were all just placed in a level. So they were able to grab public references to each other, which is what I did.
See, it's supposed to do that, but whatever. Sorry.
If you go to test key script, just go there. You see that public game object key HUD icon.
And so that's, you're saying...
That was literally me dragging the corresponding thing into the individual one.
This chunk, or this chunk?
Yes.
Okay.
Were
That's
physically
fine.
dragged along with the corresponding placement map icons onto the object.
This is fucking really bothering me.
What is bothering you? I don't know what you're trying to do.
I don't know why it won't put the Visual Studio on that taskbar.
What if you drag it over there?
I mean, I did. The window's over there.
Drag that icon over there.
That's not a thing.
I feel like it's worked for me before. I don't know.
Whatever. I'll just make do. Because the setting in the taskbar settings looks like it should work that way, but it isn't. Anyway. Okay. So what we really need here is...
That's what I was trying to get at when you were listening to me.
Going back over to...
What are you looking for?
A couple of these, but...
This is literally just a holder. They're attached to the HUD. Each one is attached to one of the pieces of the HUD. And they then connect to their parent, which is the one that controls all of them, which turns them on and off, because they can't do that themselves. And a disabled object cannot enable itself because its script is off, which is what the parent is for. What do you...
Now I'm done. It broke. Okay. I'm just looking at...
It's attached to the health. HUD key anchor. It's literally right there. So it's on.
Sorry, I'm just like compiling in my own brain here for a second.
Oh dear.
But you're saying you were passing these references originally?
Define passing these references.
Like these are what you were dragging over a public reference to.
Yes.
This is the object I want. I'm going to put it on these things. But there's no actual script on these. It's just here. I just don't see the script attached. That's the root one.
I mean, maybe I took it off. I don't know. I thought I had it on there.
Unless this is like the older version or whatever.
Oh. I mean, it's literally the only one. So unless I did, like I said, I don't know. You should just unplay the game or whatever, and just open up one of those older levels again. If you need to actually search, just type 2. There, no, not 21. There, any of those. Look at the camera. No, no,
Whatever.
no.
Too late.
It seems broken there too, so I don't know what happened. No. I think you went too fast. It should be in there somewhere. There. No. That's not it. Just type main. Where it was literally there, right up there.
But it's not like showing the hierarchy.
There.
It goes. Stupid search.
It's still under the health. It's always under the health. I don't know why there's 2.
This one doesn't have them and this one does. Right? Is that what I'm saying here?
See, there must have I maybe just didn't make a new one. I don't know. I can't tell you what I did X amount of months ago.
That's fine.
Or because you updated. No, I think I know what happened. Because you updated the prefab, it put the new one on there, which is broken, and the old one is probably still working, so they're all off.
That might be true.
And that's the new one, which doesn't have them on them like the other one. So you just need to put them on there.
Think about.
Oh, you just closed.
He just shrunk for some reason.
I know
everything. Okay.
Attach the scripts to the key pieces. Find a way to reference the key pieces from the keys that doesn't include dragging them physically onto the scripts.
Here, this is what we're
Profit.
I
don't know what you're trying to accomplish.
Need that other stupid object back.
What other stupid object? What are you looking for?
I guess I just need the camera back, probably.
Not that one.
Oh, right.
If you literally just type the word main, don't do that. There's a space. There you go. It's still under health.
Root key HUD controller.
It should be open. You had it open in Visual Studios. It's just under the arrows. The arrows on the top. Because you had it pinned. Because you searched for it.
Let's go. This doesn't actually do anything right now, right? Which is weird.
What do you mean? It's literally just playing a sound and enabling or disabling the keys because, like I said, disabled objects cannot enable themselves. I guess they're rendering.
But it's the renderer. It should be able to do that because you can turn that
Man,
off.
I don't know. But it's also keeping track of the other thing. It makes sense. Shut your mouth.
It might make sense.
I'm pretty sure something else references that.
Now it's going to be different, so it sort of doesn't matter. I'm just trying to.
Also, if you get rid of it, then you're going to have to check to make sure each one is on individually, and that one does it on its own. So, eat a butt.
Wait, what did you just say?
If you don't have, like, it knows that the key is completed because all three are on. If you go back to the root key HUD controller,
yeah,
it knows its job is to also keep track of that.
That's fine. What I'm saying is, I think we're going to keep this. We might not keep this. But here's my... Because what is this just...
Stop talking.
It only needs the renderer, technically. So let's do... Just, again... Really? Oh, because I typed it wrong. I don't know what I should call these.
You know, you could just make an array or like a list.
I mean, yeah, but that's for like a finite number of objects that we're gonna...
It is a finite number of objects. There's never gonna be more than three.
Well, that's why I'm doing it this way.
Okay.
What would you call the non-teeth parts? Did you already?
I mean, if you look at the pieces, they all have names.
Pull, ring, teeth. Okay. Visual Studio's not over there, because fuck me. Pull. Ring. That's fine. This seems fucking crazy, but we'll get into that later.
Man, I made this like a million years ago. Leave me
that's
alone.
Fine. Again, hey,
leave me alone.
You'll get your comeuppance because when we get to Cucumber,
literally leave me alone.
When we get to Cucumber, or even when we get deeper into the scripts that I made for this game, don't worry, I'll get what's coming to me.
Leave me alone.
But
why would you say that? It is a mean thing to say.
So we're gonna say.
You are very rude.
Like I said, I'm totally an idiot too, and if anything, we have the opposite. Go ahead, slap
this was
it on
requested.
All right.
There we go.
But I actually kind of see how you did that this way, since you separated them in this manner to begin with. Which again, I think probably made more sense the way the game was working before than it's going to like in a hot second.
You're the one who's literally gutted everything.
I'm gonna go ahead and copy this. I'm gonna comment out this old one just so we have it on hand. There are lots of ways we can do this. But which way do I want to do it exactly? I could just do a string. I could do... I might change this later, but for now, I think that's how this all works. Again, going off the top of my head, having not done that recently.
Now what the hell are you doing? I feel like you're overcomplicating this.
Why did I put the new line there? Are you mad at me? No.
Yes. Oh my lord. Ugh. What are you doing? Oh, disgusting. Why are you making this so complicated?
Alright.
The heck do you want? Heckin' enums. What a life of decadence you lead.
And look, it was gonna be just a string, but then that's less. It's dumber than whatever. It's fine. I think we can just leave that there, maybe, or put it at the bottom, or I don't know. We could put it inside either of these if we really wanted to make the check harder, which would be kind of silly in itself, but whatever.
Ryan wants to know what the fuck you're doing.
Well, now that I've got you both against me,
You've lost literally
clearly
everyone.
I'm doing something right.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
No.
Thanks.
Because the other thing that this does is we just turn on the renderers for those. Okay.
Don't forget, you gotta turn them off.
Okay. And we want those sound effects to be different, so
Yes.
we'll do. That can actually probably just stay there as is.
Oh wow, I didn't make a complete and utter terrible mess of everything. How incredible.
That'll increment it, and if it's less than 3, it'll play the 1, and if it's 3, it'll play the other one instead. So that's probably fine. And I guess we can leave this here for right now. It's technically falls outside of this check, but that's probably okay. But whatever. Okay, so got all that shit. Oh, and here, okay. Where's, oh, that bowl does live here. Okay, so that can stay there. Let's say we copy this. That's checking that. So let's just fucking put this shit in here. Okay, double check me, but that's equivalent, right? So this check is just, if it's 3, do this and this. This check is also, if it's 3, do this. It just happens to be on every frame.
I guess.
I'm pretty sure that's the same. I'm going to comment it out.
I don't know. I'm clearly an idiot,
it.
so who knows?
That's not true. You hush your mouth.
I don't know.
That's
what it sounds like from over here.
Again, don't worry. When it's broken, because I changed it, it'll be way funnier.
Yay!
Just like that. Oh, right, because I broke this. And let me see.
How is it gonna know you didn't solve that problem? Or you're just gonna get rid of the script, because the script doesn't matter.
Like I said, I might get rid of this whole script, but this one is attached to each individual key piece, right? Or is that something else? What is attached to the collectible pieces themselves? Which thing is that?
That one.
This one. This is what we're going to keep.
Key.
You got it. Still going to leave this commented out for now,
Bang,
just like
bang.
we did before. So yeah, for right now, I'm going to comment this out because it's mad at me. Let's put another comment up here that's like arced for demolition. Which I might have spelled wrong, but that's because I'm also an idiot. May remove this script entirely. Okay. Also not right, but that's fine. Are you at least not mad? You shouldn't be. Okay, good. So now we've got this. I'm pretty sure this will work. And then, in fact, what we can do here is instead of doing this anywhere else, we can do another, steal you. Drop this in here. This might solve kill two birds with one stone unless we change our mind on something. But that'll explicitly turn those off from the get-go.
Nope. You also
And
two
you said
semicolon.
you said you're the only idiot.
I never said I was the only idiot. I just said I was an entire idiot.
Okay.
Hashtag big
So these
dumb.
don't have like a. There's not like an empty version of these. It's just they.
Whom?
Like there's not like an outline of the key that like that
No.
fills in. Okay, that's fine. So what I'm saying here is that I think that might even solve our other problem
What?
with the current state of things, where this is going to start up, and no matter what, it's just going to turn these off straight up. They're just not going to appear on the screen. Like that's what this start is going to do, which is good because if we're not at a key level, then they'll just be off, and you know that'll be that. But then when they do get picked up, in here, if this is working right, this will still turn them on one by one, like they'll pop up on the top of the screen or whatever. So this might address multiple things off of our other checklist, is what I'm saying. It maybe will be such that it'll always be off of the HUD on non-key levels, and then it'll fill up, you know, one piece at a time if we're on the key levels. But again, we'll have to actually test that to make sure that that's working right.
Yes.
I don't know if I want to change the name of this anymore to be more specific. I guess it's fine for right now. Okay, so we've got all this. We're going to have to go back over to one of these other scripts that I made.
Great.
Let's see.
I'm still pretty sure it's the level selector is what is actually changing it. Because I thought you looked into that and it was...
You are probably totally right.
I generally
But
am.
again, it's been a long time.
If you're literally there, you're on the title screen. You're on the title
Oh,
screen.
we are. Well, whatever. I'll load it fresh.
Level selector. Level selector.
I
Level.
clicked
The
it here.
script level selector. The top one, right there.
Oh, didn't quite take.
I thought I saw something in here that said the type.
Lost.
Unless you're just, I don't know where you're loading levels. Like, I don't know how you change that. This is what always used to do it before, so I don't know what you did differently to make any of that happen. If this script is literally doing nothing at all now, or what.
It's just only in there. I mean, I guess it is private. I'm not sure. That's going to take a larger deconstruct of things that have been changed in here over time. But anyway, I think what I want right
Can
now
I just check
stuff
the...
that's in
Let
these
me
two.
see something. Little scripts.
Let's see what this brings up. Okay, I wish I would have named that better, but that's fine. I'm guessing if I run this, that'll show up. Well, let's just do it. Just to. Is that even in this scene? Let's see. Okay, it is on the title screen. Gotcha. biggest problem here is that the cameras are different, which is still, we can address that, but yeah, we may not want to pass that all the way through.
I wonder if that's looking through commits now to figure out where.
I mean, that's fine. Thank you for doing that.
No, to figure out what script you changed to make that happen, because it's going to be in here somewhere, because I can look at differences. That's the length. Pieces. This probably is not the right script.
So those are actually going to pass to level. These ones are picked up on the fly, basically.
Probably alternate level type data, I'm assuming, would be. I would guess that's random generation. Random choose level settings. RNG choose level settings. Check that script. It is in random generation scripts, if that helps. RNG choose, yeah.
This is all, I just turned off a bunch of shit for testing purposes. It doesn't quite appear to be the thing that chooses what kind they are. It just
RNG map object creation.
Sets up what kinds that, it checks for what kinds they can be. And that puts key pieces down and stuff. Seeing how we're getting into my own crap.
So I found what spawns them, I believe, which is RNG map and object creation, RNG level populator. That's the name. RNG level populator is the name of the script. Level populator.
Because I don't have that one open yet. Putting stuff down in all the maps or whatever.
I mean, that's what would make it a key level, right? If they spawned or not.
Maybe.
Then what makes a key level? I don't know anymore.
I mean, it's right now it's just an arbitrary selection that I think might be set to 100%. Like it just rolls dice.
Like that's what I'm trying to find where that roll is. And maybe
I don't even care about that right now. Well, like we will need it, so it's good that you're looking for it. But
well, fine,
it's not
I'll just keep looking.
That's not the problem I'm trying to solve right now.
What is the problem you're trying to solve right now?
I just want to figure out how I want to pass this reference through.
Which reference?
For this thing to not that.
Test.
I'm going to make a note that I'm just going to... Hold on.
You know what works real well?
What?
Oh. Maybe? Can key? Could this be persistent RNG level maker?
I mean, I already opened that.
Okay. It looks like there's a thing that says should start call. Setting current level size. Alternate level type alt data equals new alternate level type data. Add basic map data. Selecting map pieces. You had a lot of can key.
We don't even
I was going to say fines. Check a different comment.
Nope, that's what I want.
They exit. Tracing public key.
Oh, that's probably not public, is it? No, it is. I don't remember if we can set that up. We'll try it. Nope.
It wouldn't have been. It would have had to be before yesterday or last week.
So that may or may not work. I don't remember. With Unity stuff, that's fine.
Whom?
Oh, don't worry about me. Just
I mean, I should be right.
see how this object looks now, and then I might change back from my more complicated solution to my simpler, stupider one for part of this.
Still attached to the health.
Oh, right, because these don't have it attached for some reason.
What are you? I thought you were getting rid of that script.
Nope, that's not what I want.
You're also going to grab the wrong script, unless you're putting because that's the that's what's supposed to be on the key pieces themselves, not this.
Okay, so this does work. That's what I want here.
It's still the wrong one for the HUD icons.
Oh, well then these don't actually need to think. You're right.
Okay.
I guess I conflated the two.
Yes.
I wanted to confirm that enum would work that way, and it totally did. So we're basically all set. We just need to pass the reference from one thing to the other. And to do that, we will look back over these scripts real quick. So that's going to stay. This is going to exist as is. And then we got all this other shit. So I'm looking at this. What's that called here, I think?
What?
About that. Lots of code commented out at some point. So if we're not on the start screen, build an instance of this stupid thing. Make it don't destroy. And then it's just going to pass all these in, but I'm not wondering where these get set from here. These are just public. But in at least the editor over here, which would make sense for Marta and stuff, because that's going to kind of change on a map-to-map basis, I think, unless there's something else.
What is changing on a map-to-map basis?
Like Marta isn't a persistent object, right? She kind of just gets reloaded each new instance.
She's the only thing that the literal only thing that moves between levels to levels, I think aside from technically the audio thing, just because that's how it works, is the level selector. That object is the thing that gets stuff bolted to it, which is why there's like 80 scripts on it. It's important. And by it's important, I mean I'm lazy.
on myself a little bit. Yeah, I don't understand.
What don't you understand?
That's even like a different thing, which is dumb of me.
I don't know.
That's referenced there.
Are you still trying to figure out the
Like where does this even get this reference, or does maybe it's not even used right now? Maybe
It's
is
also
empty.
public. I don't know. It could just be put in by something else. I don't know what it is. That's this again. This is your code, so I don't have as much of a knowledge of this as you would.
Just had that object.
What
here.
object?
This is what we're looking for, kind of.
RNG controller clone. It's probably under that, right? It's got it.
So this must, and then is there map control maker? Does that exist in the scene too, or is that separate? Yeah. So
As
those both have all the same references. Because all this stuff, when it is instantiated, like, I don't know why they're public necessarily, unless they're.
It could just be
that was
for
probably
you to
just my
see
quick
it.
reference to pass them to other stuff. Like, I was probably my sloppy way of doing that. That's my guess. Instead of making a function that is called that passes those along, I just let anything that had access to this access those references. That's probably why they're public. And that would make sense for how they're getting set, because the RNG thing is just plopping it all one by one into the scene, and it's presumably setting those up as it does that.
Probably.
And then we have them when we need them.
Yay.
So, let's see. So we're really interested in these two objects, the map controller maker and the map controller. Remember that.
For what?
For storing our new HUD reference. I don't know if there's anything else we want to manipulate on here.
What are you storing where? The HUD reference for what? The key pieces?
For this thing.
You know they're childed to it, right?
But they're not. Never mind. Hold on.
You can pull children's data from objects.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna do this, but they have to. The ones that land on the map have to reach into here somehow.
So, like, why would you put it somewhere so obtuse?
I don't know what you're asking.
Why not just put it where it makes sense in the key pieces script? Why would you go digging through all of this? Why would you put it there? That doesn't make any sense.
What is your question?
Why don't the key pieces that get put in the game just know?
I need to make them know. I just have to figure out where to put that code that makes them aware that this exists.
Why not just on them?
All right, I'll humor you for now, and then we'll probably fix it.
Why though? No, but like seriously, like this is.
Because Lorraine, you're gonna fucking kill me.
I mean, fucking probably, apparently, because I'm just such an idiot. But
no, it's just that.
like, I don't understand why you have to make everything so convoluted. Like, I get that you hate fines. I understand.
Because they're terrible.
If it happens once on, like, maybe a third of the levels, who cares?
All right, we'll just do that for now.
Who cares?
And maybe we'll never change it again.
Who cares?
But if we do that, I think it'll all just work.
Yeah, it fucking will.
I hate this so much. It makes me want to die.
I'm sorry I
anyway.
make you want to die, Dustin. Forgive me.
No, it's fine.
I'm the literal worst, apparently.
Let's go.
I don't
I
understand
these
how
'cause I'm
your
afraid-
brain works
I'm afraid I'll
sometimes.
type them wrong.
Because it's just so confusing. No, like, seriously, like,
There's a start. I
Why
don't even
do
know
you-
how to perform these calls, because you're gonna have to help me.
what, GameObject.find?
Is that it? Is it like capital G game object?
.find. Well, you need to have something to put it in. Which will probably
it's
just
gonna be this.
then
this.
just do that. That equals. Then you need its
Don't
name.
need any of this shit.
Find as like a string.
The name of the game object. So
If
I
you're
need
doing just a
HUD key
straight
anchor.
find, then yes, and you need that as a string.
And what do you actually want? Is it all caps?
HUD is all caps. Key,
Key with a capital K?
yes, and anchor with a capital K. Anchor with a capital K. Now you need to do dot
Right. That.
get component
Yeah. This I'm not opposed to.
root HUD key controller. It's literally right up there.
Oh,
I don't know if you
darn it,
need
I don't really
that.
need the string. Nope,
No.
that's not right.
Root. You like copying stuff? It's literally right there.
I was really mad about it. I don't know why it won't
No.
work.
Yeah, that's right.
Is that just a string? It might be. I don't
I think
remember.
it showed string. Why did you make it so mad? Oh, I think get component has a bracket or the whatever the greater than equal less than signs somewhere. I don't remember.
Is it asking for the type? Is that what they...
No. Something needs that somewhere, I feel like. I don't know.
I don't know why the autocorrect is being so obstinate right now. Let's just find a different one of those. Yeah, that's what we want. I'm just typing it wrong because I'm a moron. I knew it was like a
I
type
told you you
reference.
needed that.
No, you were right. I just forgot how to type it out because I'm an idiot.
Test key script. Test key script. It's literally in that script.
Who's an idiot now?
Clearly still me.
Go away.
Because I'm making you do this, which is going to take years off your life, allegedly. Just that.
Are you mad about?
You just need to just
Oh, is this? Did I pick the wrong
get
one
the
of
type.
these?
Just get the type. The root key HUD controller, because it's the wrong thing.
Oh, yes. Thank you. That is the wrong thing. There.
Guess what? It's literally all you have to do.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
And then you just need to call your function, whatever
then
you
the only-
did.
So I did that here. So now they think technically the only thing we need to do
Is
to
that the
make
right
this work.
name, though?
What?
For the function.
Should be because I didn't change it. This should be fine.
Then why is it so mad?
It's not, is it?
Up there it was. I don't know. It had a green squiggly line.
I was thinking about it. Hold on. There. No errors, no warnings.
Okay.
It's fine. The last thing we need to actually do is go into the stupid map or the stupid camera, which I guess is the title screen.
The only problem.
What?
Does it
Can we reload
know
this and not save it?
which one it's it's collecting?
Yeah, because that's why I wanted to check to make sure this would work.
You realize that was just in that other scene.
I know, but it was. I'm just trying to make sure it's a clean slate when I
Okay.
actually commit this. So they're in here. These are in here. And I didn't attach any of those. Each of these needs to have... Or no, they don't. This is not what I want. Never mind. I don't want to change anything in here. This is why...
I don't know what you want.
Forget about it. I'm just stupid.
I don't know what you want.
We need the pieces from the map. What are those called?
I mean, if you go into, I don't know, key something? No, it's old key.
Old key.
Key pole, key ring.
Yep. So
Make
I
sure
want
you...
one of these. I want one of these.
And teeth.
I want one of these.
Nope.
Nope. Nope.
Nope.
I'm gonna change its name.
Nope.
Just want it. Just shut up.
No.
Not you. Okay.
Maybe I heckin' should, because I'm making you, like, want to heckin' die over here.
So this has it's attached. That's already set to teeth. It's just...
Fantastic.
When you make enums like that, I was pretty sure that would work, and it did. So this one needs to be pull, done, and this other one needs to be
Butts.
ring, done.
Fantastic.
All right, so I'm gonna reset all these. I guess I'm just gonna set their positions to 0, 0 and hope that that works. Because again, I just get real squeamish about. If everything else is set up fine, it'll be fine.
And you just apply it and delete it.
So we're good on the key ring. Delete the key ring from the scene.
King ring. King ring here.
Good on the key pull. Apply it. Good to delete the key pull from the scene. Good on the key teeth. Gonna apply that. Gonna delete this from the scene. We're gonna start the level. Well, something didn't work right.
I was pretty sure you weren't actually assigning them.
Oh, that's my bad. I didn't do that either. That's just, still dumb. Okay.
I may have even asked you that. And you
So I
said
do
it's
need
fine.
the camera
I was like,
one more
okay.
time.
Nope. There you go.
Drag this in here.
Oh, hey.
Open these up again.
Still the health.
Never gonna remember that.
No.
Not even once. So I'm gonna lock you, and then pull renderer there. Ring renderer there. Teeth renderer there. Okay.
Don't change the
yeah,
Z.
don't change the Z. Yep. Or actually, no, I didn't want to change either of those because that's not that matters, but that's the HUD part, not the camera part.
Yeah, you didn't. You have to unlock the.
Yeah,
There you go.
I'm dumb.
Still
I'm
don't
dumb,
change
I'm
the
dumb.
Z. So.
But yes, so this I'll go 0, 0. Leave that as is. Apply. Delete you. Now. No errors, I don't think. How are we looking?
There's one real close. Or there's no.
Oh, it didn't actually make a key level that time, so that's.
But
Well,
no, the lock is there. We
the
haven't
lock is
changed
there,
that.
which we haven't fixed.
Did you change something to make that
I don't
different?
think so. Maybe our luck was just astonishing.
That's very unbelievable.
There we go. Okay. Because the keys only show up in a level that has at least one of these. That's part of the story.
All the way down.
There's
Just
one
go
right down
straight
there.
for
I'll
a
just
while.
play.
Oh God, that's some garbage RNG. Why are you doing that?
What?
You have finite shield. Why are you doing that?
I don't know.
Just keep going straight down. It's near here. You're gonna
Mines.
die.
More mines. Come on, blow up. Look at that.
Yeah, look at that.
I might go change that.
Oh my Christ.
because that's some of those I'm gonna have to remove. That one actually, like you said, maybe we can keep it. Although I still hate doing it. It disgusts me at my core.
You're such a baby.
Because you just can't pile those on. You can't say, all right, every time I want to do this thing.
It's literally one time. It's
well, like I said, that one's I've seen some that have been like in loops and stuff that like those need to get got. You can't do that shit. But like you said, in this instance, I'll let it slide.
Thank you, sir, for humoring my ignorance.
No, it's just I'm terrible.
Yes, but I'm apparently worse.
Depends on the scenario. In this instance, I'm clearly worse. Oh, I don't have the last one. I guess I need that.
It also won't probably do anything, but we can
Probably
find
not,
out.
but let's find out. Since I bothered to play this much.
How awful am I? More at 11. Just keep going up. It should be in the second one.
Oh, right. I saw it from the map.
Yes.
Duh.
I don't know where in the second one. God, you don't populate these at all, do you?
That's a different problem. There it is. Okay.
I'm not sure if that sound even played, honestly.
That we'll have to double check too. Actually, they might be missing that master audio reference, but I don't think that's true. Whatever, we'll find out. Okay, so yeah, that didn't do anything, but that's not that surprising. All right, but the HUD filled in correctly, which is a good sign.
Imagine that.
Okay, so that worked. Now we need to mess with. I guess it's just that thing, whatever the hell that's called. Is it keyhole? Is that it? That's that. Remember what the lock is called? Is it?
If you just open the exit pipe, you'll find it.
That's right.
Just drag it into the scene. Lock wall.
It doesn't have anything at its base. It's just got the keyhole. So that's not. There's no functionality on here whatsoever. I think we did come up with this like at some point. Exit pipe controller. What's your deal? This has a reference to the keyhole thing, which I'm assuming is actually that object. Oh, more fines.
Oh, wow.
I'm just gonna need I'm gonna need to dig more. Or I'm gonna need more of your insights into where that like check takes place because I don't see it in here, and there's nothing attached to the physical thing itself that seems to indicate that it has a function. Would that be in Morta again? Or do I still have that open somewhere? Well, there's the player controller one. There it is. That stuff. Yeah, that doesn't look like a thing. Are you looking for anything, or are you just kind of...
I'm attempting to, again, sift through commits.
Where's the old level? What can I type in to pull up one of those other pre-existing levels that don't work anymore?
Then all type 2, like, those were the key
Just
levels.
out of curiosity. Don't save. Where's the entrance pipe? Where's the exit pipe? What's up?
No, just one of my really old commits. Commit number 34, actually, so that tells you how
Pretty
old
fucking old.
It just says fucking goldfish on it. That thing gave me so many problems. Oh, that bug. It still is kind of broken in its
Okay,
entirety.
so in one of these original levels, the exit pipe has no functionality. It's collider. Okay, so that's the exit pipe controller, which I was looking at, which doesn't look like it does that thing.
The older levels had nothing to do with that. Like I said, the key and the lock were placed separately. They were all placed. If I have new key. Okay, here we go.
There's the lock wall. Lock controller. Okay, I don't know if the current ones might have that. HUD key anchor. So that should just reference back here too, theoretically. Let me make sure. Okay, yeah, ours doesn't have that on it.
I was going to say there's a...
So there must be 2 different versions of that prefab, or you added those in each level for some reason or something. Because, yeah, the one that's already in here, that's just like hovering up here.
I was going to say, I just found the script lock wall. Lock controller.
So let's go back to...
It's got a collider that it destroys the game object. Checks for the player.
Screen. Let's load this. Or actually, I should just do it from the pipe. Let's grab one of you. Let's grab this, and it does have the collider on it. Add
lock controller. So the only thing the root key should be the HUD root. That thing we've been messing with.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's go ahead and open up the script. That's just if the player bumps into it.
Because the lock was on the map as well.
Destroys itself, and then
same
lock map icon. This is the like.
It's a lock for the map. Because it would show where the wall is, which we may or may not need because it's always going to be by the exit because they could be placed randomly. And where. And again, these are placed in the level, which is why they have public references.
Yeah, that's fine. So I'm going to...
I wouldn't, like I said, you might not even need the lock on the map just because it's not commented.
Why didn't that work? I did that.
I don't know if you did, but...
So we're going to get rid of that straight up for right now. We don't care. Again, if we're going to do it once, we might as well do it twice. The slippery slope. I guess I want the whole...
I mean, just change it to root key, then you won't have to change literally anything else.
Nope.
If you just change that, yeah.
And then...
Oh, it's a game object. It's not the actual controller.
Oh, I'll change that in a second.
But if you just change the
Yeah, because then we don't need to do this other.
So just change that to that. Yeah, perfect.
This doesn't need to be public.
And then get rid of the typecasting or the get component down there, and you should be good.
I think that'll just work. Ugh. That's one of the reasons I hate doing this, even on a singleton basis, is because now you have to do it multiple times. Whatever. I'm done complaining about it.
Then just
It's the last time for the night.
Just make a script that has them somehow, but don't
Well, that's what I was getting
tacking
to.
them
But again,
on
this
in
is
somewhere
fine.
that doesn't make sense makes me madder.
Well, like I said, that's why you just don't want to nest that stuff someplace if you can manage it. You just put most of it in like a holding zone or whatever. At least that's how I've always done it. Don't listen to me. I'm not smart. Anyway, all right.
No.
Yeah, it should be. Yeah,
Oh.
there.
Why was it? I don't know.
And up here, I believe. Yeah, okay. All right, again,
Keep
I'm
to the
just going to
left
play.
wall.
Fuck it. Fuck you. Nope.
He's a
How about you eat shit? How about that? Sorry, I got my Sekiro pants on.
Perry.
The only emotion I feel towards enemy characters is that they should eat shit and die.
Here.
Say this will blow up, right? They just start blowing up once you get near enough to
Yeah.
them, and then they blow
They
up.
blink faster. It's on the left, the key piece.
Oh, right. One. Oh boy. I'm out of juice because I spent it all.
I shouldn't do that.
There we go. Got a little back. Yeah, I think there's something weird with all the sound effects because it's not playing her.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
Well, I'll fix that later. I don't know what's up with that though, because it was doing that in the latest when I played that other build we had up. Oh, excuse me. It was working fine in that last that Maker Faire one from last year or whatever. So there's clearly just something going on with some of these sound effects why they're not playing. And then the other one was way the fuck up there, but that's fine. Oh, leave me alone, you bastards. Dipping and dodging and running. Okay, got it all. We're making a beeline for the exit. Boop. Boop. Didn't do anything. I wonder if that's like a collider thing or what. That's another thing that I want to change a lot of this stuff maybe if we can get to a certain point, although we can talk about that later, of I really hate relying on the physical collisions between volumes of things to trigger stuff because it's just not that reliable. What I've tried to do on a lot of the other Cucumber stuff is put usually on the base body of the object or maybe like on a parent thing, whatever, I'll put the physical collider on one piece of it. That'll be the shape that forces it to like not fall through floors and not pass through things. And then for when I want to check the collision on something, I'll put a separate trigger volume just on like a different object that's somewhere in the tree, and then do like triggered enter just because it seems to work better. Like it seems to work way more consistently than just having stuff physically like bump up against each other. But that might not be the problem here. That's just a thing that I've encountered messing with other stuff. That's probably me. That's fine.
I mean, I don't think that script is actually attached to anything, so I'm not sure why that error was.
That's all whatever. So that's probably not related. Did I not set the right? I should have put some more debug statements or something in there.
You have debug statements off right now, by the way.
I mean that, yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't think I have. Those are all those. I gotta turn all that shit off too. I go bump those outputs that are like it's giving data on the level setup because that's becoming a nightmare right now. Just bump up against it one more time for fun, but I don't think it's gonna work. Okay. So let's look at the code and then we'll cheat. And that is here.
Something to show you that's relevant right now.
I mean, that's way more. That has a lot to do with Unity and the way that
I
it may or
know.
may not work
I know,
with certain.
but
You can do it.
I know.
You can attach
I know.
an instance to Visual Studio, and it works sometimes, depending on the thing you're trying to figure out.
I'm lazy, and I'm just gonna send this as a Snapchat. There. So he knows what I'm talking about. So notifications.
So many exclamation points. Yeah, the thing with the sounds, I hope that's not.
It says that
this
they're
is put in
playing,
here.
so I don't know.
Nope, stop it. Okay, perfect. Yeah, that's just how hard is it?
You want her,
That's so close.
Marta.
There. Oh, leave me alone. Back off, both of you.
Oh, they went. I wonder if they're like gravity.
Yeah, they might not have a lot of mass or something.
They used to. You used to not be able to hit the big ones.
All right, I'm gonna clear this for now, so it's nice and fresh. Oop. All right, that's what I wanted to happen.
Bye. This goop stunned. Yeet.
Let's pause this again. There's one right.
And you're still on her.
How about that?
Hacks. I think it's below you. No, there's more spikes. Oh,
It's up there.
Heckin' go.
Okay, so that says that.
All pieces got. Elegant.
So this should be true. I guess I didn't check the variable itself, which was pretty stupid, but whatever. Let's just set here. I also didn't set a thing for this, which is also very dumb. Complete keys. Is that actually different or are they the same? No, it's the same variable. Let's go try to touch it and see what happens. Again, I really should have put. I'll do this.
Touch
so
fuzzy,
we don't
get
confuse
busy.
ourselves.
Confuse me more, please. I beg you.
No, leave me alone. All of you, fuck right off.
No.
Yeah, that didn't do anything.
Can I be destroyed because
So it thinks it did something. Am I just destroying the wrong game object with that collision? Will it keep happening if I keep like bumping into it?
But you obviously can't see the feed 'cause it's the same thing.
Yeah. Let's clear it out again just to double check. Interesting. Also looks like it's triggering a little late. That might be. Well, alright. That's kind of good though. So let's.
I mean, it's a sign. Bring back the code. Bring back the code.
So it's all this shit is fine. So we don't. You can just let's get rid of these. So this is clearly working.
Wait, did you delete too much?
I don't think so.
Okay, it looked like more got taken away in that second one. Just want to make sure.
No, you're fine. I'm gonna go ahead and clean this other stuff up out of here too, because this. I think we're good on this. We can always revert back if for some reason we need it, but I think we've got it in a state to where it's just fine. So we got all this shit in here.
Lock controller is where we want.
And then what object is this attached to again? It is attached directly to that thing, right?
I thought you attached it to it. You did that, right?
I think so. Let's just go ahead and run the level again. Fuck it.
This hardly feels like the most elegant solution. It's just look just there. Just literally look over here. No. It's not on it.
Then how is it even throwing that destroy thing?
I don't know. What did you attach it to?
That is fucking confusing. I don't know how to explain that. Not even a little.
Magic. Dark sorcery. The occult. Gremlins on the wing. Maybe there's a colonial woman churning butter out on the wing. I don't know what she wants. It's not there. I don't know. I mean, I guess you could have followed that error through.
Yeah, maybe I didn't do it. I don't know. I mean, yeah, now they're gone.
I mean, you could, since you haven't changed anything, you could just load the level up again and try to follow the error. That's going to get mad. Or it's not. Oh, okay. I mean, just put her at the exit. Or no, she needs to destroy it first. That's right. This is not a key level anyway. For stuff like this, you should just not have it maximize on play and just have them both side by side. Still no. Do you get what I mean by having them? Thank you.
Yeah, that's fine. I never do this, but it's not necessarily. I don't have a good reason. I just don't.
It's so easy though. How are we that lucky?
RNG, man. I think that's actually the sloppier version of this. Like, the larger you make the levels, just based on the way that the pieces work, the more likely you are to land on a key level. So I think what I did to increase their likelihood, as opposed to making like a hard-coded way to do it, was just make them a little bit larger, and then they would happen more frequently.
Okay. Nope.
Not even close. Whatever.
Why don't you just grab the square?
What, this?
No. Click on Marta. No, like Marta. Just grab that. Click that blue rectangle or square. And just move her freely. Just run her over the piece. Just run her into it. Just run her into the piece. I even meant just drag her into it. Because that works too.
I get squeamish about stuff like that.
Why?
I'm afraid I'm going to fuck up the physics in a way that's not intended.
There you go. Bring up the console again. She's right. You're right there.
I don't know what's up with that, but we'll figure that out later.
Maybe it's just because you were good. I don't know. You have to click. There you go. So it's not even has nothing to do with what, right? Pipe state change controller. RNG map. Oh, what happened?
Oh, the level ended.
Woo! There's ghosts in this PC.
Huh.
I've never seen that happen before. Huh.
Well, here, let's do something else.
Never.
Let's,
You still need to attach the script to the wall.
Yeah.
For that to even work, that needs to happen because it's not there.
We are on the title screen.
Yes. The exit pipe is already in the level because you never removed it.
Maybe I didn't commit this. I could have sworn that I did, but apparently I did not.
Wait.
What?
Exit pipe at 0, not the lock wall.
Thank you.
Probably don't change the Z either.
Mm-hmm.
Now delete it.
Yeah, now delete it. And actually, what we're gonna really do here? We're gonna be smart.
Gross.
Do the whole thing at some point later, but there. How about that? Perfect. Stop that.
Probably just need to turn off the search. Oh.
There. Still throwing those there weird errors. I'm gonna sit here for a second too and see if it like ends the way it did before, which is just really weird.
It was very strange.
Okay, well, guess it's not happening right now, but we'll still need to diagnose this. That's pretty interesting. I wonder if it's because you're hovering between the...
I wonder if it's because you technically dragged her out.
It might be, yeah, it might be because we broke the sequencing. I think that's fine. Because that shouldn't happen during normal play. Because yeah, the way that the levels activate enemies and stuff is that you move through the pipe sections one section at a time, and it like remembers the most recent one you pass through, and it knows which ones are next to each other, so it kind of calls into adjacent ones as you pass through them to turn stuff on and turn stuff off.
Yeah, I had something like, I mean, this is different from what I had, like
so
technical
I think
code-wise,
yeah,
but I had the same thing.
I think we can ignore this. I don't think that's
For
a real
now.
problem. It's not a problem that should occur during intended play.
It might have to be addressed at some point.
Yeah.
Because you can technically get out of the pipes, but do you want to try doing it normal?
I think we'll try to do one normal run and then maybe call it after that.
We made some good progress.
Turn this back off.
A lot of digging.
I gotta
turn what back off?
This is the one. I put this here.
Oh.
Just to make it work. Okay. All right, Lorraine, I want you to do the honors. Pick up that controller.
Please full screen it, so I don't have to play on that tiny window from like 80 yards away.
I'm gonna go ahead and snap these back together for now too.
There. Is it a key level though?
Let's check.
It's mad already about something.
Is that the same thing? That's interesting. Huh.
That was the start of the level.
Well,
it's not.
All right. Well, we'll figure that out. That'll be maybe the next thing we actually check out. Nope. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. We'll have to see what's up with that.
Get out of my hacking way. Beep. Actually, I've just missed like 80 pieces of key. Get
Oh,
yeah, there should be one close.
Here you go.
It's just the one. I think this is the start.
One there.
Leave me alone. Ow.
Tripping up the map again.
It's down to the right. Or left. Whatever.
Yeah, it's gonna be all the way to the bottom left corner, I think. Or one over. I'm trying to remember where you got the other one.
I got the other one up here. And it didn't go down. Back off.
Yeah, it should be in here. Yep.
Get out of my hacking face.
Okay. Well, other than whatever that other thing is that's wrong.
Oh, you didn't just press A. I forgot that it doesn't automatically end anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot about that. So I thought the levels just weren't even ending at all.
Okay, well that's fine. I mean, whatever. We tested the thing we came to test.
It's true.
Go ahead and pick that next key piece up because there should be one in this section since there's bombs and stuff in here. Okay. All right. Well, a lot of that looks like it's working as intended. So yeah, that's fine, I guess. I suppose we can settle for that with that for this evening. So let's unplay this shit.
See, you've got the power, I don't.
Let's bring over our little notepad doc over here.
Woo woo! Whoop woo! Whoop woo!
That is
yes.
correct.
Yes.
That is that's all gone. We did that.
Didn't do that.
Didn't do
but
that.
That's a much simpler fix.
And this, I'm gonna make a note that this should be.
It wasn't. I mean, it wasn't showing up. If there's no key pieces, the pieces aren't going to turn on.
I think
we
can
haven't
check this off
turned
the
the
list
lock
until,
off though.
Okay.
The keyhole is not, the key on the HUD disappearing is yes. Keyhole on non-key levels is a no. So switch those.
So this is
that
done.
one is done.
I'm just
The
gonna
top
delete
one
it.
is not.
This is not done.
No.
And this is another like.
You did it.
And then this.
That was just
which
your
I'm gonna do
note.
right now. I'm gonna take
Oh.
it out of the project because we don't need it anymore.
Save that if you want.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Nope. HUD. Nope. There you go.
Do you think I should just straight up delete it, or do you think I should just leave it? Because that's like, we don't need it anymore.
If we don't need it, you could delete it. Does it bring you joy?
It does not spark joy. No.
Then get rid of it.
Okay.
I mean, those key levels are going to be, I mean, obviously the old ones are going to be even more unplayable, so if you're okay with that, they're already broken.
Close a lot of this other random stuff right now. I guess I'm just gonna delete it.
Yeet.
Fine.
He goes.
So we open Visual Studio and make sure that it compiles properly. That stuff also just scares me sometimes.
Be afraid. Be afraid.
Oh, yeah, shut up. Looks fine. Run it once more for good measure.
That looked like it was even going before. So that might not be happening on the levels. It might be happening on the title screen.
What the text?
The error.
Oh, the error. Yeah, maybe. In fact, let's do.
You're literally there.
Yeah, but it's not like the clean one that we didn't. I guess I should go ahead and clear out the log. I usually have this set to auto clear. I don't know why it's not.
Just click clear
Where
on
is
play.
that setting? There it is.
I mean, it's a new Visual Studio instance or whatever. Maybe it was just lingering.
So I think it was because we had other shit in there, like the exit pipe or something that I forgot to destroy or something in that scene that we didn't intend to leave in there.
I told you to get rid of it, and then you didn't.
But there we go. Look, that's even better. Now we don't necessarily have that problem to solve.
Hooray!
Okay, perfect.
Stupidity wins the day. Hooray!
And we did confirm that I saw the last load was an on-key level, and this wasn't here, which is what we expected, because that's the only thing that should happen. But
when that's more of an issue is the end. We don't know.
I mean, I'll fix that. It's again, if you want to do it,
just we'll
all
worry.
right, next time. That's
next
fine.
time.
So,
Delete HUD key icons. You can also get rid of.
Done.
You killed it.
Yeah, this is the stuff we got left for this thing, and then we'll just move on to other shit. So,
Woo!
I'm gonna close that. I'm gonna turn the stream off, and then we'll see you next time, I guess. So, thanks, Internet, for hanging out or whatever. We'll be back next week with more video game.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.